Hey everybody, this is Nick Baldwin, and today I'm being joined by UFC welterweight Max Griffin, who's just 2 days removed from a big first-round knockout win over Song Kenan in the co-main event of UFC Fight Night this past weekend in Las Vegas. Max, how's it going?
I'm great, bro. How are you?
I'm doing great, but probably not as good as you because I didn't just knock out a guy in like 2.5 minutes or whatever it was over the weekend. How are you feeling physically, first of all, just a couple, less than 48 hours removed from your last fight?
I feel great, man. Just a couple bumps and bruises. I went on a run this morning. Really just to get this pizza off. I had a bunch of pizza and ice cream and all that stuff. So kind of ran that off this morning, man. 4 or 5 miles just to do it. But my left hand's kind of sore. We just got a text from the UFC to see what we want to report for injuries. We'll see. Probably tell them about my hand.
Okay.
But not so much, bro. They gave me a 3-day suspension.
Mentally, emotionally, how are you feeling? Still on cloud nine? Kind of come to terms with what happened? Like, how are you feeling just about the fight?
I mean, the weird thing is, like, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, I planned it, but for it to really happen is how it did happen. Um, you know, I wasn't really surprised. Like, that's why I'm kind of like in a weird space about it. I mean, I feel great, and it's freaking awesome. I watched it a bunch of times, and it's big for me, big for my career, big for my new deal, like just big for my brand, my family, my friends, like all my sponsors. Like, we're in a 2-fight, finish streak, and it's perfect time for this contract renegotiation. I got the bonus. Um, life's things are going pretty good right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds pretty good. You mentioned that this is the fight you expected. Like, were you thinking it would be as quick and relatively as easy as it was? Did you expect a bit of a longer fight? Like, what were you thinking would happen going in?
So the plan was to stay in his space. We've watched some of his old fights, and he's good if you let him move. Let him move you back and throw shots. But if he's moving on his back foot, he's pretty ineffective. So the plan was to be on him, stay on him. If he's by the cage, go for takedowns. But if you're not getting the takedown, press him, make him feel the weight, make him feel your body, just wear him out. And was able to do that. Like, I knew, like, he couldn't exchange with me, man. And he did. He just hit me with a jab or two. But that's more for principle. For me, it's like, oh man, you hit me. I don't like getting hit. My coach tells me, like, I mean, I don't mind, but when I'm training, we'll be sparring. So, like, don't let anyone hit you once. So I have a real high standard for myself, and but to go in there and knock that fool out like that felt good, man. It felt good, but like, I knew he couldn't take my punches. Like,
Yeah.
he couldn't, bro.
When you land that right hand, he goes down, the fight's over. How quickly are you thinking that's a $50,000 bonus? Like, does that not come till later, or does that thought go through your head pretty much right away?
It didn't. I didn't think about it just instantly. I kind of
Yeah.
had to process. It was kind of like they said, don't jump on the cage. So that's why I laid on the ground. It wasn't like a Nick Diaz thing. Like, they said, don't jump on the cage and we'll take half of your money. So to stop that, I laid on the ground. Like, okay, I'm not gonna jump on the cage. Um, and then, I mean, he was still knocked out. Then I was like, oh shit, like, he'll be all right, I'm doing the sleep thing, and then I seen that he was still really hurt, so I like, respect, man. But
Yeah.
you know, backstage I saw that he said that he's just gonna come finish me in there, expect a quick finish, and I don't like when people say that. So that was even more in the backstage, like, oh, he said he's gonna finish me real fast. Like, I don't get finished real fast, buddy. I don't get finished, so especially not real fast.
So do you think that legitimately does sort of add to your hunger or motivation? Like, because he said that, were you kind of going out there thinking, now I want to finish you fast?
Yeah,
Is there any part of you that thinks about that?
exactly. I mean, I was going out there to get rid of him early anyway. But literally, when I was on deck, we were backstage, and we watched the TVs back there, and it showed me like shadow boxing and all that, and it said him. Oh yeah, Keenan Song's looking, for a really quick finish on Mac. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get a quick finish. Let's go.
Yeah. You talked at the post-fight press conference about how you were pretty emotional the day of the fight when you got the call that you were going to the co-main event after a cancellation. Can you talk about like why that was such a big deal to you?
So like, I mean, we're in the UFC. You want to make it big. You want main events. You want co-main events. You want to be ranked. You want to get paid more. Like, I mean, that's what I want to do. It's like progressing, right? So on New Year's of this last year, we were with Jamie Jones and Charlene and some of my people, and we had a meeting, about um, like goals for this year and co-main event rankings, all that. And for it to materialize, I mean, I was already really excited about being on ESPN on the main card just in general. I looked at that as such a huge blessing and honor. And then, that morning I got some messages and, hey, I'm the co-main event now. like whatever, I wish Gillespie and Riddell the best, but
Yeah.
they gave me that spot and I took it like, God or whoever, man, made it happen. Gave me the opportunity. And I mean, a co-main event, like for me, that's big, like, I mean, when I was, like coming up in the ranks, I was a champion everywhere and I was the main event for this and all that. But to be in the UFC and get a co-main event, to me, that's like a milestone for me. This is like a very good thing. So the ability to go out there and have this kind of win on that stage, man, it feels so good, bro.
Well, does it make you think that maybe a main event is coming up pretty soon?
It's possible. I want it all, man. I want a main. I remember I was talking to Kevin Holland in the locker room, and I was like, man, congrats on the main event. He's like, man, I need that co-main, that 5 rounds. Oh, that you need 5 rounds of cardio. I was like, I feel it. I was like, it's almost twice as long as a co-main. All right. So that was interesting. But yeah, co-main, I mean, I got cardio though. I got cardio. So I'm ready for 5 rounds. I'm gonna start taking all these guys out too. I figured it out. Like I finally these guys are just out there beating all these guys. Like I found what makes me successful, and I built off my last win, taking that air with me. And now that like I figured it out for that fight, this next win was supposed to be my next best performance to date. It was just March 20th was my best performance to date. And that was the plan. And to have fun and then to do this, like get another bonus and knock this dude dead, to me is like, oh dude, I found like my UFC stride. Like if I fight like this, man, the world's mine. I'm gonna climb this shit. The title's mine. Like I'm telling you, I finally like figured it out. Like I'm in the matrix now.
The way you're talking about it, I believe you. Like it you sound like you're very confident and sort of like in a good place right now. You mentioned the new contract, or not the new contract, but just the fact that are you coming up to having to sign a new deal?
Totally.
Yeah, you are.
Totally.
Okay.
This is like it happens right now. Like
Was this your last fight?
No, I have one more.
Okay.
But
okay.
It was a 5 fight. This is the 4th fight. So you renegotiate.
Right.
And it puts me in a real good position. Like, it's different renegotiating, trying to negotiate off some losses. Or I've always won my negotiation fight, though. The guys have blessed me. But for me to go on this streak of finishes now, and they're bad ones. They're not just like they kind of got like, kind of got beat, These guys got like brutalized. Like the last guy, Ramiz with the ear and all that. And this knockout was pretty stiff.
Would you consider fighting out your contract, sort of betting on yourself and hoping you get another win and just sort of, elevate yourself a little bit more?
No. I mean, I would, but we always negotiate now. Like,
sure.
That's just kind of how it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes. They want to renegotiate now, while you're
Right.
still in contract, so you can't go to like another place either,
Right. Now looking at your record, there's like there's a big shift. Your last two have been stoppage wins, and before that, 7 fights in a row were decisions. What changed? Like, did anything change, or is this just like how it played out? Like, something had to
A
have
lot
changed,
changed,
right?
bro. A lot changed. I'm telling you, I have my new mental coach, man, Danny Patterson. Sorry, the sun's beaming in here. Danny Patterson. I work with him now. I worked with him for my last fight, and he really got down to my core values, and we have these different mental strategies. And finding your core values, which makes you the best athlete. And one of them is authenticity, and me being authentic and having fun, like really, like having fun out there, like enjoying it. I'm so good, like really. It's like you watched some of my old fights with Mike Perry, David Mitchell, some of these guys that I just kind of played with and did great. I was having a good time. So we did what we were missing in the recipe was, hey, you need to be having more fun. So I started training like that and really like breaking it down and consciously having fun, breathing, being loose, like being present, like meant like doing that in training, and it slowed everything down. And I'm stuffing shots, blocking shots, tearing fools up, like. I'm just getting so good, man, right now. And it's crazy because like I'm going to Alpha Male with my guys over there. I've been there for 15 months now. I'm still going to MMA Gold. That's my main gym. I go to Marinobles. That's my dojo. I'm going to Game Fit. So I was talking last night about my guy Jamie Jones, how I'm like one of the only Sacramento fighters that uses all of that. Like I go to House of Moons, do my jiu-jitsu with Jamie Hart and those guys. So like a lot of teams and stuff, like, most MMA or the MMA gold guys, the same MMA gold do all their shit there. The alpha male guys, they're alpha male all week and do all their shit there. Me, I'm at, Marinoble twice a week. I'm at alpha male twice a week. I'm at MMA gold twice a week, 3 times. Game Fit twice. I'm swimming. I'm utilizing everything, and it's really coming together, man.
After the fight, you called out Geoff Neal, which I think a lot of people really like that call out. Why do you have your sights set on Geoff Neal particularly?
I mean, my sight's not really set on him, but I've asked for guys before, and I looked at the rankings, and I'm not going to ask for something that I have no chance of getting, But I think anyone in the top 15, like 10, 11 to 15, is doable for them, like if anything could happen. And then it was mainly Houston. It's not really about him. It's more that it's in Houston. He's from Texas. I know that. So, he's coming off a loss to Wonder Boy. And then nobody wants to fight the guy. I love the guy. He's a badass. He's crazy. He's great. He's a great fighter. Vicious. I love the guy. But hey, we're in the UFC and we're friends, and everyone's a coworker. Every welterweight. At the end of the day, friend or not, like if we have the fight, then that's what it is. So hey, no disrespect, but to me that is respect. I want to fight the best guys, so that's what it is.
Do you feel like even if it isn't Geoff Neal next time out, you do deserve another top 15 opponent at this point?
I don't know. If not, that's fine. I'll just knock this next guy out, and then, then we'll be talking again. I'll be 3 knockouts in a row, and then we're gonna say, I mean,
I'll ask you the same question,
torched, bro. These guys are getting torched now. Like really, like for me, just mentally, like to go out these last 2 fights with this attitude, is even stronger than last time. Like I only worked with my guy Danny for a month before the Ramiz fight, and I've worked hard, and now we've added like 4 or 5 different tools to add to what I've already been doing, and then I go out there and just cream this guy, like, and it was so for me it's like, hey, I know what to do now. Like all these other guys, these really good guys kind of figured it out what they needed to do, and I'm lucky enough to be in these close-ass fights. All my fights are super close. I've had so much experience with the best guys in the world. I've fought in different countries and all this shit. So will be my 12th UFC fight coming up here. And Now I know what to do, and now I figured it out. So now, bro, like, I'm wasting everybody. Everybody's getting finished from here on out.
One thing that obviously was a big change in your life just recently is you became a father just a few weeks ago. Was it tough having that happen and having the fight coming up sort of at the same time?
No, the UFC got this wrong. I am a father. I already have a baby. My not a baby, but my son's 9. I have Julian. He's 9. I just had a baby 3 weeks. He's 3 weeks old now. But when he was born, bro, like, I was in the hospital. It was still like they actually wanted me to fight on March 6th. And that was the Adesanya card. But that was too close. My son was supposed to be born February 19th. And he ended up coming to 27th. So if I would have fought the 6th, I wouldn't even like have been there for him being born. And my girl was like, no, you can't fight that day.
Yeah.
But I did like the opponent. I did like Song Kenan. I was like, at first I didn't like it, but I was like, I'll smash that guy, you know? And then they said, hey, you could fight him on March 20th. So we agreed to that. So I've been in fight mode for a long time, and I haven't been able to relax until like today, or like, you know what I mean? Like, he was born, you know, he was crying. I had 2 hours of sleep for the first like week, like, new dad, you know, again,
Yeah.
with the baby, and the, you know, it was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she's wanting me to do all this stuff for him, and I'm understandably, right?
Yeah.
It's my family, but I have to train at the same time. So I'm even before he was born, bro, I had my watch on with the phone on the mat, like making sure like her water didn't break, and I had to like drive home and take her to the hospital. It was like a pretty stressful. I don't really talk about it. It was a pretty stressful little couple months here.
It sounds like the timing did work out in the end. Like, it could have been worse, as you said, if you were fighting on March 6th.
Yeah, and so I'm lucky now. I mean, come on, it worked out, bro.
Yeah. How would you say having a newborn around just for a couple weeks now? As I said, like a new dad for the second time, just had another baby. How would you say that has changed sort of your motivation or your outlook on fighting overall?
And it's not like I need any more like juice, bro. But now, like, the energy that I have, I feel like a Papa Bear. I've said it before. I feel like he's my bear cub, like, and I'll die for him. You know what I mean? So fighting, like, it just brings more fuel, bro. Like, I'll walk through anything. I'll do anything. You know, I really will. It was already like that, but now it's even more, which is scary.
Scary for everybody else. Scary for all the welterweights.
I'm telling you, bro, how hard I hit, dude, dude, it looked like an explosion. Like he didn't just get hit and like fall. Like, he like teleported back, bro.
Yeah. We had a couple of years ago we had Dad Cerrone go on a big undefeated streak for a little while. Is Dad Max Griffin same thing?
It's time. But it's not gonna end, bro. I'm telling you, I finally like figured it out. Like, before, it was like real stressful, man. A lot of pressure, because I've had like losses that I didn't really lose, but I lost. You know what I mean? But that counts. You know, so I've had back-to-back losses, you know, and fights that I fucking won. You know, so it's pressure, bro. Right? Imagine you lose like that, and you can't lose again. You really, like, in reality, you can't. And I did. I made it work. You know what I mean? But putting that pressure on yourself to win, it makes it stressful. Yeah, you know, we're fighting and it's stressful as hell. But with this new attitude, man, where I'm just, if I know to be my best, I have to be having fun. No and ifs or buts about it. And that's what I'm doing, and it's working, dude. Everyone's in trouble.
I'm glad you brought up those decisions that didn't go your way, you know, sort of in your past 5 fights. There's a few of them in there, and do you feel like those close calls kind of like led to these recent knockout wins, just because like the mindset of, well, now I can't let these fights go to the judges because they're just going to screw me all the time. Like, does that kind of contribute to these recent finishes too? No,
that kind of got me. That's why I haven't had everyone knocking everybody out like I used to. because I did put so much pressure. I have to knock these guys out. These judges are killing me. I have to knock these guys out. And I think that's why I wasn't. I was putting too much pressure on myself. Now I'm not trying to knock these guys out. I'm not. I'm just trying to touch them up.
Yeah.
I'm following the plan, and it's kind of happening on its own. For real. Like I didn't try to knock that guy's ear off. It just kind of happened, you know? And then I didn't try to like stiff this dude. I mean, I did try to stiff him, but not like how hard I hit him. It's not like how hard like I really like meanly tried to hit him. Like it just kind of happened like that, you know. It like the technique was there, the power was there. Just it worked, bro. But it's because I had fun. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Nick.
This is some reverse psychology. It's like you go for the kill against Thiago Alves and Alex Oliveira, don't get it, and then just sort of be you, and then you're getting these finishes.
So can you imagine for me, it's like I need to be more me. I need to have more fun. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go, bro. It's different. It's different when I feel like this, I fight different. And I've had 2 nasty stoppages since I felt like this. So it's just even more motivating for me to even continue this, and right?
Yeah. No, it's true. Last thing I want to quickly ask you about, Max, before I let you go is you didn't take any damage on Saturday, quick fight. But with the baby here, do you want to take some time off, get back in there pretty soon? What are you looking at?
Well, we'll see what happens with the Houston thing. It doesn't have to be in Houston. The Geoff Neal thing, I don't know how far that is. I just think it was in April, May. I think it was in May, maybe.
May, yep.
I don't know when, so I don't even know if it'll work. But I just want to do a call out that people would be like, "Oh shit," you know, like I'd watch that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to watch it.
Of course. Yeah, no, I mean, again, it was a great call out. So, well, Max, thank you so much for taking the time as always. Really appreciate you taking the time, and congratulations on the win. If there's anyone you want to thank, any plugs, let the people know where they can find you, things like that, the floor is yours.
What if I should like a sponsor list or like you could cut? You're going to cut this, right?
No, I'm not planning to.
All right. Let me think here. I got a lot of great companies, work with me right now. I'll say a few. Elite Home Gyms. They got some dope stuff for the house. We've been on COVID. They have they laced my garage. It's jerky. It's jerky. It's the best freaking beef jerky ever. I promise you. You have to go online to It's Jerky. Itsjerky.com. Use my code MAXPAIN and you get 15% off your $40 order. And what else? Knockdown earbuds. They're custom earbuds that like mold into your ear for people with cauliflower ear or regular people, but they're made for people with cauliflower ear. It's like you get a putty, you put it in your ear, you send it back, they 3D print it, and it goes into your ear canal. Like they're comfortable. Yeah, use my code for that. I think it's Max Pain. But yeah, I got a lot of great companies, representing me, and I love all you guys. I also have new merch from powerforward.com. All this stuff is on my Instagram. If you go on my Instagram, on my link in my bio, the social tab has all these links for my merch. My CBD, maxpaincbd.com, maxpainstore.com. Max, yeah, we out here, man, all over.